Hello everybody, my name is Leo and with this video we share a demo review of the Hotone Ampero Silver Edition. You may say, Leo, the Ampero is a pretty old unit. Why are you reviewing it just now? Well, for two reasons. The first one is that this is a new version of the Ampero, which is called Silver Edition. And the second one is that actually I never did a review of the original Ampero. So this new version gives me the opportunity to bridge the gap. The video is organized as usually with a demo song, then a description of the unit, then a section dedicated to the more sounds, and finally I will give you my 2 cents. Also paying attention at the main differences between the Silver Edition and the regular Ampero. So I hope you enjoy and please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, as it would be of a great help. Let's start! Let's now describe the unit. First of all, also Hotone suffered from the chip shortage, like many other manufacturers, and therefore they have decided to redesign a dual DSP digital platform with available components to power up the Ampero modeling system. Basically, this new version has still a dual engine DSP like the original one, but the main processor is no more an analog device Shark processor, but an NXP RT processor. Like the old version, the Ampero Silver Edition offers 64 amps, 60 cabs with 10 mics simulations that you can place in many different positions. You can also load your own IRs in 20 user slots. It also supports bass amps and cabs and 10 acoustic IRs. Furthermore, it has 9 blocks, amp and cab included, that are in fixed position, but you have 3 customizable blocks which are called FX1, FX2 and FX3. The first 2 are located before the amp and the third is located after the cab and before the delay and the reverb. Each of these 3 effects blocks contains the same 74 effects, with compressors, distortions, chorus, etc., so that you can have, for instance, 2 tube screamers, one after the other, or 3 choruses, etc. Basically, limiting the side effects of not having completely swappable effects blocks. Among the 74 effects, you have 10 compressors, 18 frequency effects with wah-wah, filters, octave, 23 distortions, 23 modulations, and furthermore the delay block contains 20 delays and the reverb block contains 10 reverbs. You can store your preset in 198 user slots and there are also 198 factory presets. It has a built-in drum machine with 100 patterns and a looper with max 100 seconds recording time. The screen is a 4 inches 800 by 480 color touchscreen and the unit also has an app in order to build your presets with the computer. Then you have 4 assignable foot switches with a built-in expression pedal. The latency I've measured is around 6.5 milliseconds. Coming to the I/O, it has an expression pedal input, an instrument input which can serve for different instruments like electric guitar, acoustic guitar or a keyboard. You have both balanced and unbalanced outputs, an aux in and an headphone out, and finally a MIDI input port. No effects loop are available. The unit can serve as an audio interface with 2 USB channels at 24-bit and 44.1 kHz. Unfortunately, the USB port is not Type-C. The unit offers 112 dB of signal-to-noise ratio, where the previous version has 120 dB. Therefore, it seems a downgrade. I have asked to Hotone and they told me the SNR is not even measured in the same way. The MP100 data is from 5 years ago and the tech to measure that has changed several times in between. Therefore, an A to B on the paper for that doesn't make any sense from a tech point of view. Furthermore, it runs at 500 mA and 18 volts in order to enhance the dynamic range. Finally, it has a full aluminum chassis. The dimensions are the ones shown in the picture. It weighs 1.4 kilos and the street price is 399. So you may ask yourself, what are the main differences between the Silver Edition and the old one? Well, first of all, the CPU. Second, the latency, where the old Ampero was 5 milliseconds and in the Silver Edition it is around 6.5 milliseconds of latency. Then I suspect the ADA converters, as the signal-to-noise ratio is different, even if measured with different methodology. Third, obviously, the color. Now, with the more sound section of this video, we will check out if the aforementioned differences also impact the tone. Let's check it out. Before jumping to the tests, let me explain what I did. I have recorded in my digital audio workstation 4 licks and we will reamp them into both the old Ampero and the Silver Edition in order to be sure that we are feeding the two units with the exact same audio tracks. Then in both the units I have loaded the exact same patch, which is a Marshall JTM45, with the exact same settings and the exact same cab. With the first lick we will check out the overall frequency response, with the second one just the bass frequency, with the third one the dynamic range, I mean how the units cleans up and break up according to your touch, and in the last test we will check out the note envelope. My conclusions are at the end of the video. Let's now hear the test. Final considerations here, and please notice that these are gonna be my personal opinions and you may not agree with me, and this is totally fine. Furthermore, Hotone has sent me this unit for free, but they didn't ask me to say anything, and this video is not sponsored. Therefore, I'm free to tell you whatever I want. Now, the first question I had when I received the unit, and I think that many of you also have, is what are the differences with the original Ampero? Well, the differences are the following. First of all, the Silver Edition has a different CPU, which is a NXP RT versus an analog device Shark processor. And this difference is declared also by Hotone. The second difference is that the ADA converters may be different. I'm not sure here, but the noise ratio is at 112 dB versus 120 dB. Hotone said me that this could derive from different ways of measuring the signal to noise ratio. I don't know, but it is different. And obviously the last difference is the color. Now, how these differences affect you? Well, we have a slight difference in the latency. I mean, the new version has a latency of 6.5 milliseconds versus the 5 milliseconds of the previous one, which basically I don't think is gonna affect your playing. While in terms of tone, I was not able to detect any noticeable difference. I mean, even with my tests, the units were basically sounding equal each to the other, in my opinion. You can check out the test in the more sound section of this video. I think that in the next month the original unit will become less and less available, and the Silver Edition will be the only one to be at our disposal. Nevertheless, even if on paper the Old Ampero should have better specs, at the end of the day the impact on making music is negligible, and I would say that you can buy with confidence both the units. I mean both the Old Ampero and the Silver Edition. But now I'm very curious to hear your opinions. What do you think about this new Silver Edition? Please let me know your precious and valuable opinions in the comment section below. We have now reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did it, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell and leave a thumb up. It would be of a great help. If you're interested in my IRs, you can check out the link in the card above or description below, where there is also a link to a playlist of songs of mine. Thank you for watching and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.